Imagine building one of the world's largest technology companies, without starting in technology. Imagine beginning, with noodles, dried fish, and groceries. Then imagine, turning that small trading business, into a global empire that manufactures smartphones, televisions, memory chips, home appliances, ships, and much more. That isn't fiction. It's the story of Samsung, a company that transformed itself, again, and again, for nearly a century. Today, Samsung products are found in millions of homes around the world, but its success wasn't built in one decade. It was built through vision, discipline, and an extraordinary willingness to reinvent itself. This isn't just the story of electronics. It's the story of transformation. Welcome to Empires. Let's discover how Samsung conquered the world. Chapter 1, A Small Shop with Big Dreams. The story begins in 1938, in what is now South Korea. A young entrepreneur named Lee Byung-chul started a small trading company. The business exported products such as dried fish, vegetables, and noodles. It was a modest operation. Nothing suggested it would one day become one of the world's largest corporations. At the time, Korea faced enormous economic and political challenges. Building any successful business required resilience. Building a global business seemed almost impossible. But Lee Byung-chul believed in thinking beyond the present. He wasn't simply building a trading company. He was building opportunities. Great companies often begin, not with extraordinary resources, but with extraordinary vision. Chapter 2, Reinventing the Business. As the years passed, Samsung didn't stay in one industry. It expanded into food processing, textiles, insurance, retail, construction, and many other sectors. Some businesses succeed because they specialize. Samsung chose a different path. It diversified. Every expansion created new knowledge, new capabilities, new opportunities. The company learned how to operate across industries. That experience would become incredibly valuable later. Sometimes, the path to your biggest success passes through several completely different businesses. Chapter 3, Entering Electronics. In the late 1960s, Samsung entered the electronics industry. At the time, it wasn't considered a global technology leader. Japanese companies dominated consumer electronics. American companies led many areas of computing. Competing against established giants seemed incredibly difficult. But Samsung wasn't trying to become successful overnight. It focused on learning, manufacturing, improving quality, and investing for the long term. The company began producing televisions and other electronic products. Small steps that would eventually reshape its future. Every empire has a turning point. For Samsung, electronics became that turning point. Chapter 4, Betting on Semiconductors. Here's a question. What powers smartphones, laptops, data centers, and AI systems? Semiconductors. In the 1980s, Samsung made a bold decision. It invested heavily in semiconductor manufacturing. At the time, many people considered it an enormous risk. Developing advanced chips required massive investment, years of research, and world-class engineering. Failure could have cost billions. Success could transform the company. Samsung chose to take the risk. That decision would later become one of the foundations of its global success. Chapter 5, Quality Above Everything. During the early years, Samsung wasn't always known for premium products. The company understood it needed to change. In the 1990s, under the leadership of Lee Kun-hee, Samsung launched major quality improvement initiatives. A famous message often associated with this transformation encouraged employees to change everything except their families. The goal was clear: build world-class products, not just affordable ones. The company invested in design, engineering, research, manufacturing, branding. Quality became the priority. Customers don't remember how hard you worked. They remember the quality you delivered. Chapter 6, Preparing for the Smartphone Era. As the internet expanded, mobile phones became more important. Samsung recognized another opportunity. The future of technology would fit inside people's pockets. The company invested heavily in mobile devices. It experimented, improved, learned, prepared. Then, the smartphone revolution arrived. And Samsung was ready. End of part 1. Samsung had evolved from a small trading business into a serious technology company. It had invested in semiconductors, improved quality, and prepared for the future. But its biggest challenge was just beginning. A company from California was about to introduce a device that would change the entire mobile industry. Chapter 7: The Smartphone Revolution. In 2007, the technology industry changed forever. A company from California introduced a product that redefined what a phone could be. The iPhone. Touch screen. Internet. Apps. A completely different user experience. Many established mobile phone companies struggled to react. Some underestimated the smartphone. Others moved too slowly. Samsung made a different choice. Instead of ignoring the shift, it accelerated its investment in smartphones. The company believed mobile technology would become central to everyday life. Sometimes, the smartest response to disruption isn't resisting it, it's adapting faster than everyone else. Chapter 8: The Rise of Galaxy. In 2010, Samsung introduced the first Samsung Galaxy S. It wasn't just another phone. It marked the beginning of a product family that would become one of the most successful smartphone lineups in history. Samsung offered customers different screen sizes, powerful cameras, advanced displays, expandable options on some models, and a wide range of price points. Instead of targeting only one type of customer, Samsung built products for many different markets: premium flagship devices, mid-range smartphones, affordable entry-level phones. One strategy: multiple audiences. That flexibility helped Samsung reach millions of customers worldwide. Chapter 9: The Apple Rivalry. As Samsung grew, so did its competition with Apple Incorporated. The rivalry became one of the biggest in technology history. The two companies competed for customers, innovation, market share, and brand loyalty. They also faced high-profile legal disputes over smartphone patents in multiple countries. Yet here's something fascinating. Despite competing fiercely, Samsung has also supplied certain components, such as displays and memory chips, used in some Apple products over the years. In business, your biggest competitor can sometimes also be your customer. That's one of the unique realities of the technology industry. Chapter 10: Becoming the World's Factory. Most people know Samsung because of smartphones. But smartphones are only part of the story. Samsung became one of the world's leading manufacturers of memory chips, display panels, televisions, home appliances, and many other technologies. Its semiconductor business supplies components used across the electronics industry. Every year, billions of electronic devices rely on components manufactured by Samsung. Many consumers never see those parts. But without them, modern technology would look very different. The strongest companies don't always make the most visible products. Sometimes, they build the technologies that make everyone else's products possible. Chapter 11: The Galaxy Note Crisis. Success doesn't mean every product succeeds. In 2016, Samsung faced one of the biggest product challenges in its history. The Samsung Galaxy Note experienced battery-related safety issues in some devices. The company first announced a recall, then later discontinued the product entirely. It was a difficult moment. Customers lost confidence. The media closely followed every development. For many businesses, a crisis like this could permanently damage a brand. Samsung responded by strengthening battery testing procedures and quality assurance processes before launching future flagship devices. Every great company eventually faces a crisis. The real test is how it responds. Chapter 12: Innovation Never Stops. Even after becoming one of the world's largest technology companies, Samsung continued investing in the future. Foldable smartphones, artificial intelligence, semiconductors, 5G technologies, advanced displays, smart home devices. The company understood an important truth: technology never stands still. Neither should the businesses that build it. The goal wasn't simply to remain successful. The goal was to remain relevant. Long-term success belongs to companies that continue reinventing themselves. Samsung had survived fierce competition. It had overcome one of its biggest product crises. And it had become one of the world's leading technology companies. But the biggest question still remains. How does a company stay innovative, after becoming one of the largest businesses on Earth? Chapter 13, More than a smartphone company. When most people hear the name Samsung, they think of smartphones, maybe televisions, or home appliances. But Samsung is much bigger than that. Behind the scenes, the company manufactures memory chips that power computers and servers, display panels used in countless electronic devices, home appliances found in millions of households, medical equipment, industrial technologies, and advanced semiconductor solutions. Many of the world's biggest technology companies rely on components manufactured by Samsung. Even when customers never realize it, the strongest companies don't always make the most visible products. Sometimes, they build the technologies that power everyone else. Chapter 14, Investing Billions in Tomorrow. Technology moves quickly. The product that dominates today can become outdated tomorrow. Samsung understands this better than most companies. Every year, the company invests heavily in research and development. Engineers work on next-generation semiconductors, artificial intelligence, advanced displays, battery technology, robotics, network infrastructure, and future manufacturing methods. These investments don't always produce immediate results. Some projects take years. Others may never reach the market. Innovation isn't about guaranteeing success. It's about increasing the chances of discovering the next breakthrough. Chapter 15, Competing in one of the toughest industries. Imagine competing in an industry where technology changes every year, where customers expect better cameras, faster processors, longer battery life, and lower prices, all at the same time. That's the reality Samsung faces. It competes with companies such as Apple Incorporated, Google, Xiaomi, Huawei, and many others across different product categories. Winning isn't just about launching one successful product. It's about improving every single year. In technology, standing still is often the fastest way to fall behind. Chapter 16, The 5 Lessons Every Entrepreneur Can Learn. Samsung's journey offers lessons that apply to every business. Lesson 1, Never be afraid to reinvent yourself. Samsung didn't begin as a technology company. It evolved. Again. And again. And again. The companies that survive for generations are usually the ones willing to transform before they have to. Lesson 2, Quality builds reputation. In its early years, Samsung focused on improving quality rather than only increasing production. That commitment helped strengthen customer trust around the world. Reputation isn't built through advertising alone. It's built through consistently delivering products that meet or exceed expectations. Lesson 3, Invest before the opportunity arrives. Samsung invested in semiconductors long before chips became one of the world's most valuable technologies. It invested in displays, mobile devices, and advanced manufacturing. The biggest opportunities often reward those who prepare early, not those who arrive first after the trend begins. Lesson 4, Think globally, adapt locally. Samsung serves customers in hundreds of markets. Different languages, different cultures, different needs. The company combines a global strategy with products and services tailored to regional markets. Global ambition works best when paired with local understanding. Lesson 5, Innovation never ends. No matter how successful Samsung became, it continued investing in the future. Because today's innovation eventually becomes tomorrow's standard. The moment a company believes it has nothing left to improve, its competitors begin catching up. Final chapter, The Empire Built on Transformation. Imagine walking into a small trading shop in 1938. Bags of noodles, dried fish, simple goods. Nothing about that business suggested it would one day help power the digital world. Yet that's exactly what happened. Samsung's story isn't simply about electronics. It's about transformation. The courage to enter new industries. The discipline to improve quality. The patience to invest in technologies, years before they become essential. From televisions to semiconductors. From home appliances to smartphones. From local trading to global innovation. Samsung never stopped evolving. And perhaps, that's its greatest achievement. Not becoming successful once, but learning how to become successful, again, and again. Every entrepreneur dreams of building something that lasts. Samsung reminds us that longevity isn't created by doing the same thing forever. It's created by having the courage to change before the world forces you to. Whether you're building a business, starting a career, or learning a new skill, remember this. The future rarely belongs to those who protect yesterday. It belongs to those who prepare for tomorrow. Because every great empire isn't defined by where it begins. It's defined by how many times it's willing to reinvent itself. Thank you for watching Empires. If you enjoyed this documentary, subscribe for more stories about the world's greatest companies, visionary founders, industry-changing innovations, and the timeless lessons hidden behind every business empire. Until next time, stay curious, keep learning, and remember the companies that lead the future are usually the ones bold enough to reinvent themselves long before they have to.